Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss on topic drug development in pharmaceutical industry. So let's see. First of all, there are many regulatory bodies in different countries. Like in USA, there is the FDA, that is Food and Drug Administration. This regulatory bodies is required for the approval of the drug. Like in US, the Code of Federal Regulation requires the new drug approval by the FDA, that is Food and Drug Administration, before it may be introduced in the market. The Federal Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act as regulated through the Title 21. So Title 21 is very useful or important for US. To gain approval for marketing, the drug sponsor, that is pharmaceutical industry, must demonstrate the evidence that the new drug or new product is safe and effective for its proposed use. The sponsor also demonstrates the process that is involved in the manufacturing, packaging and labeling is properly controlled or not, and validated to ensure that the product meets standard condition, which is very important. So here is the process from the drug discovery to the approval for marketing. First of all, new chemical entity. It involves the synthesis of the new molecule or new drug. Then pre-formulation studies. In pre-formulation studies, there is a study of physical and chemical properties of the drug. Then next is the formulation studies. It involves the development of the initial features of the proposed pharmaceutical product or dosage form. Then next one is the IND, that is investigational new drug application. It is for the initial testing in human. Then preclinical and clinical studies. It involves phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. So phase 1 is initial testing in human, and phase 2 and phase 3. It is also known as progressive human trials. And last one is the new drug application, which is very important. It is seeking approval to market the new product. So for approval of the drug, labeling is very important. So here is the content of the product, approved labeling. It must require the essential chemistry, pharmacology, toxicology, indication and contraindication for use, then its adverse effect, then composition of the formulation, then dosage and storage requirement. So next is the treatment IND. So what is the treatment IND? It is a treatment for the investigational new drug application. It is a mechanism for providing the eligible subject with investigational drug for the treatment of serious and life-threatening illness for which there is no compulsory alternative treatment. So this is done before the clinical trial. So next one is the orphan drug. What is meant by orphan drug? The drug which is used to treat, prevent and diagnose the orphan disease. The orphan disease is a very rare disease. It is a pharmaceutical agent developed to treat the medical condition which, because they are so rare, which is used, so orphan drug is used in rare condition or to treat the rare diseases. So next is a supplement new drug application, that is SNDA. It is a supplemental to the NDA and it is a continuous application. It is sent to the FDA in phase 3B of the clinical trial. It is the application to allow the company to make change in product that already have been approved by the NDA, and it is submitted before phase 3B clinical trial. So next one is the ANDA, that is abbreviated new drug application. It is again approved to market a duplicate. An abbreviated new drug application contains a data which is submitted to the FDA for the review and approval of the generic drug product. So this application is submitted to the FDA and approval of the generic drug product. Once approved, the applicant may manufacture and sell the drug in the market to provide safe and effective and main importance is lower cost. Generic drug means lower cost alternative to brand name drug it references. So here is the process described. First of all, new chemical entity, which as I told you, it involves the synthesis of the drug. Then preclinical studies, it involves the physical, chemical properties and also biological properties. It includes the pharmacology, ADME, toxicology and pre-formulation studies. Then investigational new drug application, it is the submitted to the FDA for the review. Then clinical trial and preclinical studies. In clinical trial, it includes the phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 clinical trials. And again, preclinical studies be continued, long-term animal toxicity, product information, manufacturing, packaging and labeling information. Then this data, clinical trials and preclinical studies, this data is submitted then to the NDA, that is new drug application. It involves the approval of the plant inspection. Then after approval of this data by the NDA, it is sent to the post marketing, that is after approval it is sale in the market. It is also known as phase 4 clinical studies. It involves the study of clinical pharmacology, toxicology and additional indications. So here is a chart. In this chart, the years which is required for every process is described here. So for preclinical research and development, it is the initial synthesis and it is on the animal studies. It requires averagely 6.5 years. Then clinical research and development, it involves phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3. It is a long term and it requires averagely 7 years. Then this data is submitted to the NDA for review and it requires 1.5 years for approval of the drug. And then after approval, it is in market, that is post marketing surveillance. It involves the adverse reaction reporting, survey and inspection. So averagely approximately 15 years is required from initial synthesis to the approval in the market or approval of the NDA. So that's all. Thank you.